Your dog just did something you probably didn't even notice. You reached for a glass on the counter, and for half a second, your arm passed right over their head. They didn't flinch. They didn't duck. They didn't even open their eyes all the way. Most owners would call that calm. Maybe used to you. But researchers who study animal behavior would call it something much more specific and much more significant. Because in the animal kingdom, letting something move over your head while you're not looking is one of the rarest, most dangerous things a prey-adjacent species can do. And your dog does it in your kitchen, without a second thought, dozens of times a week. Let's talk about what trust actually looks like to a dog. Because it's almost never the things owners assume. Most people think trust shows up as tail wags, excited greetings, maybe following you around. Those are real signs of a bond. But they're not trust specifically. They're enthusiasm. And enthusiasm and trust are not the same thing. A dog can be thrilled to see you and still be quietly, chronically unsure whether you're safe to be vulnerable around. Real trust shows up in the moments your dog lowers their guard completely. And most of those moments are so small, so quiet, that owners walk past them every single day without registering what they're watching. Here are 10 of them, and the science behind why each one matters more than you think. Sign 1. They sleep with their belly exposed. The belly is the single most vulnerable part of a dog's body. No fur-covered ribs, no thick muscle, just soft tissue over vital organs. In the wild, exposing it is close to suicidal. Ethologists who study canine body language classify belly-up sleeping as one of the clearest possible signals of a fully relaxed nervous system. A dog doesn't have to think about doing this. Their body simply won't allow it, unless every threat detection system they have has been switched off. If your dog sleeps sprawled on their back near you, that's not a funny sleeping position. That's their nervous system telling you there is nothing in this room worth staying alert for. Sign 2. They let you take food out of their mouth. Resource guarding, growling or stiffening when a human approaches food, toys, or chews, is one of the most common behavioral issues veterinary behaviorists see. It's not a training failure, it's a trust gap. A dog who allows you to reach into their mouth, take a bone, and hand it back without protest has run a very specific internal calculation. This person taking my resource is not a threat, and I will get it back. That calculation is built entirely through repeated experience. It cannot be faked, and it cannot be rushed. Sign 3. They yawn around you when they're not tired. This one surprises people. A 2013 study on canine stress signaling found that yawning in dogs frequently functions as what researchers call a displacement behavior, a way of self-soothing during mild uncertainty. But here's the twist. Dogs yawn less around people they trust, not more. A dog who yawns constantly around a specific person may be quietly managing stress. A dog who almost never yawns around you, who stays loose-jawed and relaxed instead, is telling you their stress system simply isn't activating in your presence. Sign 4. They lean their full body weight against you. Not a light lean, a full, heavy, settle-in lean, like they're using you as furniture. Dogs are prey-adjacent animals with an instinct to stay mobile and ready to flee. Deliberately compromising your own balance and mobility by pressing your full weight into something is a behavior that only makes sense if that something is registered as completely safe. Behaviorists sometimes describe this as a dog outsourcing part of their vigilance to you. They've decided you'll notice the threats, so they don't have to. Sign 5. They make slow, soft eye contact and hold it. We've covered before on this channel how mutual gaze between dogs and owners triggers a simultaneous oxytocin surge in both species, a neurochemical loop found nowhere else in the animal kingdom. But there's a distinction worth making here. Not all eye contact is this. Hard, prolonged, unblinking staring can be a warning signal in dog body language. What you're looking for is soft, slightly squinted eyes, a relaxed brow, sometimes called puppy eyes by researchers studying facial expressions. That specific softness is a trust signal your dog cannot consciously perform. It's an automatic readout of their internal state. Sign 6. They come to you when they're scared, instead of hiding. During a thunderstorm, a slammed door, a firework. Where does your dog go? Researchers using the adapted strange situation procedure on dogs found that securely attached dogs consistently move toward their trusted person when frightened, using them as what's called a secure base. A dog who runs to you during a scary moment isn't being needy. They're doing the single most sophisticated thing a frightened animal can do, correctly identifying the one resource in the environment that will make things better. Sign 7. They let you touch their paws, ears, and mouth without protest. These are 3 of the most sensitive, most instinctively guarded areas on a dog's body. Wild canids rarely allow contact there from anyone outside their closest social circle. Veterinary behaviorists specifically use willingness to have these areas handled as a marker of trust during behavioral assessments, because it's one of the hardest things to fake and one of the easiest things to lose if trust breaks down. Sign 8. They sigh and fully relax when you sit down next to them. Not a stressed pant. A long, low, controlled exhale, followed by their whole body seeming to deflate slightly into the floor. This is a parasympathetic nervous system response, the rest and digest side of the nervous system, taking over from the fight or flight side. It's an involuntary physiological shift, not a behavior your dog is choosing to perform for you. Your presence alone is triggering an actual change in their autonomic state. Sign 9. They check in with you in new or uncertain situations. We've talked before about referential looking, the way dogs glance at their owner's face when something unfamiliar shows up, then adjust their behavior based on what they see there. A dog who does this with you specifically, consistently, across many different situations, has built you into their internal model of the world as a reliable source of information. That's not fear. Researchers call it social referencing, and it's considered one of the more cognitively sophisticated trust behaviors dogs display. Sign 10. They fall asleep before you do. This is the quiet one, and it might be the most telling. Sleep is the single most vulnerable state any animal can enter. Full loss of awareness, zero ability to react to danger. A dog who drifts off before you, in a room where you're still awake and moving around, has made an unconscious decision that your continued alertness is enough to cover them both. It's the same logic behind why dogs choose to sleep beside their owners in the first place, except now it's happening in daylight, in your living room, while you're just sitting there scrolling your phone. Here's what ties all 10 of these together, and it's worth sitting with for a second. None of these signs are things your dog decided to show you. You can't train belly-up sleeping. You can't teach a genuine sigh of relaxation. You can't fake an involuntary parasympathetic shift. Every single one of these signals comes from a part of the nervous system that operates below conscious choice, which is exactly what makes them reliable. A dog can be trained to sit, to stay, to perform affection on command. A dog cannot be trained to trust. It can only be built, slowly, through thousands of small moments where you turned out to be safe. So if you noticed even a few of these on this list, the exposed belly, the heavy lean, the soft eyes, the sigh, understand what you're actually looking at. That's not just a well-behaved dog. That's an animal whose nervous system has run the numbers on you, over and over, across countless ordinary moments, and come back with the same answer every time. You're safe, and they've decided to stop watching the door. If this changed how you see the small moments with your dog, subscribe to this channel, and tell me in the comments, which one of these 10 did your dog do today? And if you've ever wondered why your dog sleeps pressed against you every single night, that was the video that started this whole series. Go check it out next.